Caller, you are in the room.
My bad. My phone's messed up. So if I push buttons on you, I'm sorry.
No worries. But hello, good to hear from you.
Thank you. Well, you guys needed some callers, and I got stories, so I guess I'll call.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
This is what we're here for.
Okay, so I guess let's see. Let's talk about ALCATRAZ.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay, so I went on a mini trip to ALCATRAZ with one of my friends, and as we were getting off the boat, I had what's it called, one of those ghost reader things on my phone.
Okay,
and
like the spirit box.
Bailey, yeah, and it said Bailey shoot, and I was like, hey, like what gun is pointed at us, right? And so she's like, I don't know. And when we're getting off the boat, then she takes a picture of the island, right? So then when we get off, and it's closed because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So we get off, and it's like people are standing outside, you know?
Yep.
And so, like, they're, like, talking about, like, the people, like, the inmates and stuff like that. And I started to walk past it, and my phone says, stop, go back. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. So then I go back, and it's talking about, like, this guy, and it says Birdman. And so I read to see what the guy's name was, you know, and I'm like, okay, noted. And then I just continue up, you know, just a little bit further up the mountain, and there's a cannon faced towards the ship.
Okay.
So he was explaining.
And I said, well, this must be where Bailey is.
So I just looked up the name you're talking about, Birdman. So it's a guy named Robert Stroud, and he was known as the Birdman of Alcatraz. Yeah, he's a convicted murderer, American federal prisoner, and author who has been cited as one of the most notorious criminals in the United States.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He sold birds.
That's no, he used to go outside all the time and like congregate with the birds, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Yes, council
meeting. So we continue up the island, and like the activity changed from inmates more to like kids.
Okay.
You know, and it was like we used to play here. And I was like, what do you mean we used to play here? And so then we start reading the sign, and it said it was the military base portion of Alcatraz where the kids used to play.
Yeah, the officers used to live on the island, so they would have their kids there. I think the warden lived there too.
Right. So then I was like, oh, well, that's cool. You know, so then like we continue on, and then like you said, they had like the warden and stuff, and he kind of came through too. I don't remember. I have the transcripts of what it was, but I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what he said. But it was kind of like giving a tour of the island through this app, and I was like, that's so crazy. And then the closer we got to the prison, then it was going crazy, like a whole bunch of like spirits wanted to come through, I guess you could say.
Right.
And it was like, follow me. Right. And so I look at it, and I'm like, follow me. And then I see two people walk up, and they start walking towards the prison. And I was like, that's random. That's weird, you know? And then I look at my friend, and she starts walking towards the people. And I go, hey, where are you going? And she goes, I'm following them. And I look up, and I don't see them anymore. And I said, who are you following? And she was like, I don't know. I was like, right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait. It gets better because we're only halfway up the island.
Oh, no.
So then we walk around, and there's like this building on the other side of the island. And it's where like they used to have like the shooting area going towards like the sea or whatever, you know, like lookout for the military. And we walk past it, and I notice everything's all closed up, you know, like whatever. And then we go and we sit like where the inmates used to go out and play basketball. And, you know, I'm like, all right, let's go back. So we start walking back. And as we walk by, I was like, hey, that window's open now. And so they have a car, like a golf cart that drives from one side of the island. So if you like are handicapped or whatever, or you're unable to get back and forth, you know, you can go. So that guy, he drives the island back and forth all the time, right? So I'm like, oh, he would know because, you know, be observant of your surroundings, I'm sure. So I go up to him and I said, excuse me, was that window open before? And he looked at me so spooked, said, I don't know, jumped in the car and drove off. So
I don't know.
And he works there.
Right. And we looked at each other and said, it was closed. It was definitely closed.
Oh my God. Yeah, Alcatraz.
Yeah. So
did you go investigate? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Nah, it was getting dark at that point. I was done.
Have you done the nighttime tour?
I've done the daytime tour. I want to do the nighttime tour. That would be so much fun. And now they opened it back up, and I live close enough to go.
Yeah, I've only been there once, and I wasn't. It was freshman year of high school, so like I wasn't really into this stuff as much as I am now.
Right.
But it was definitely creepy. Like I remember walking into the cell block and you're like, God, this is hella huge.
Yeah. They call it the Rock for a reason. It's a must go. And you said you had a spirit box with you, which is like the ultimate. So is it you said you were also following a tour along?
No.
Or it's just kind of free walk and you were.
No. Yes.
Oh my God.
It was free walking and I was getting the tour from the spirit box. And it was so accurate because they have plaques. They have plaques to what the buildings are, and it was so accurate to what the plaque said. And then when, like Austin said, when I went back and researched the guy of who Birdman was, and everything added up.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, that's the only way that people should ever go to Alcatraz now.
That's
is just
I'm going to do that.
Listen,
I'm out of a job. I'm out of a job at Pioneer. Don't even come to me for the tour anymore. Just go to the spirit box, go to Pioneer. They'll lead you around.
Wow.
Man. But I've been to other places. The spirit box doesn't always pick up all the activity. Alcatraz was the most activity I've gotten from the spirit box that was like we're having a conversation.
Yeah, well, I would have just assumed because it's such a lot of dark energy as opposed to like anywhere else. I mean, sure, there's dark energy, but like it was a literal prison. People died there, you know, probably just 10 times more dark energy than most places.
But they said, come here. Like, what do you mean, come here? Follow me.
Follow
like,
me.
What?
No. Stranger danger. No, thank you.
I'm like, but it's like I looked at it and we looked at her following them like that. Like the whole situation was crazy. Oh, rewind. So remember when I said she took a picture as we were walking off?
Yes.
So we went back and looked at that picture, and that picture had, now the building's closed and nobody's allowed in there. Okay. And it had a shadow in the window, like it was peeking out towards the ship.
Come on now. I had to play the sound effect for that one. That is terrifying. Do you still have the photo, or were you able to?
Yeah, I believe my friend still has the photo. Let me get a hold of her and see if I could find that, and then I'll send it to you guys. You guys can get it.
Oh yeah,
but that was crazy. I don't have it in this phone because that was a few phones ago. I break my phone often.
I like how that's how we determine where photos are. That was like 4 phones ago. I don't know where that is anymore.
Like I said, my phone's broken right now, so if it randomly pushes buttons or mutes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did start the conversation off with that. Now this makes sense.
What phone are we on now? Like 7?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's fair. Well, I appreciate you.
I don't know how many it is.
I appreciate you being brave enough to be the first call tonight, and it's a hell of a story. Like I
love Alcatraz.
That's crazy.
I can relate so heavy.
That's crazy that
yeah.
The spirit box took me on a tour. Like I guarantee you, the spirits were like, man, these bum ass tour guys don't know where all the cool spots are. Yo, I shanked 7 dudes here. that would go crazy.
For real. Well, I'll go back another day and tell you guys my Queen Mary story because that one's interesting too.
Please do.
Yes.
All right, you guys have a good night. Bye.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you so much for calling in. That was whew. That's great. Like, imagine like I'm trying to make a living doing tours at Pioneer, and then Ruby's like, I got this shit.